Hi everyone, Sarah here. I have a quick project to share with you guys. I picked up these little wooden frames at Dollar Tree. Here's the packaging that they came in. Just a little DIY wood frame. These ones are in a pineapple shape. So just simple like this. They have a little stick that you put in the back here to lean it so that it sits. So I thought I had some ideas to decorate these. I'm going to color them up. One of them I'm going to paint with Arteza Acrylic Gouache, and the other one I'm going to try with the Chalkola Chalk Markers. And then I have all of these leftover drills, which is like diamonds. They're not diamonds, but like diamond dots. They're crystals, just these little embellishment type things that are left over from diamond painting. And these are from the Special Shape Drills diamond paintings. So I have all of these just leftovers, and I thought I would use them to kind of bling up the frames. So let me get all ready to go, and we will start off with the acrylic frame. Okay, so I sped this part up for you. I pre-picked all of my colors that I was going to use for the frame. And now I'm just taking out the center. I decided to speed this up just because I did do it very slowly. I did not want to get paint over the edges because the side of the frame has like a nice burnt wood, because I guess they're, I don't know, the machine that cuts them leaves like burn marks on it. So I wanted that to stay, and you'll see after I get the bottom, like the base color of the pineapple done, I do show the side of the frame so that you can see. So I did it very carefully because I did not want paint to go over the side. And for the base color, I did pick a pearl yellow. It has like a very shiny pearlescent look to it. It's hard to tell, obviously, on the recording. In the end, you can see little bits of the metallic coming through, like because I painted on top of it. A little bit artsy, but you'll see. Okay, so just the base color here. I didn't want it too thick, but I did want it to cover it up so you don't see any wood grain peeking through. Not that you really see wood grain, it's like balsa wood, I guess. So there you can see it's a bit shiny. There's the sides. I did not want to mess that up. And I didn't want to have to paint the back of them either, so. All right, so on to the next step. I am using some of the colors that I picked. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm coloring the base of the green. I totally forget what I did. Yeah, so I'm coloring the green base color. Basically want to get the whole thing covered up. And then I will start to do the more decorative painting on top afterwards. I know this isn't like a really super amazing craft to share with you guys, but I was pretty excited about it. I thought they turned out really nice. One of these I made for a friend, and the other one I kept for myself. I actually am thinking of going back and picking up some more for gifts because I just thought that they turned out super cute, and it is a great use of your extra diamond painting drills or even any rhinestones or anything that you have. All right, so here's the artsy part. I took a rounded brush and I'm just mixing my colors, and then I'm just strategically using the brush to make kind of like, I want to call them scales. You know how pineapple, it doesn't have scales, but it has like armor. So I'm just trying to get that look. I would have used triangle shape, but the frame itself has rounded edges, so it just didn't fit to me. So that's why I'm using the rounded brush and just doing brush strokes. You can't see it that well from this angle, but you will see in the end that you can see like the different colors poking through. So I started off with a lighter yellow colors, and then as I go, I add in some darker and trying to make it darker towards the bottom, because a pineapple generally has a gradient look to it. So this is my artistic pineapple. You can see they're really great brush strokes that I'm using. Again, I just wanted it to look artsy. So there you go. Alright, so I had to clean my brush, obviously. So that took me a little bit in here. So there's just a little break before I get to the greenery section. Basically doing the same thing, just using a smaller brush and doing some longer brush strokes and adding in some different colors of green, lightening it with white just to get a gradient look on the leaves. And sorry if you guys are hearing a lawnmower. My neighbor just decided to cut their grass as I'm doing my voiceover. Ah, the joys. I just used a very feathery brush stroke just to kind of get something on there. There we go. So that is the painted with acrylic gouache paint from Arteza. I'm just moving that off to the side, and then we're going to move to the next one. So this one, I am using the chalk markers from Chalkola that I received. I thought this would be a great idea to try it on a different medium. Now I do know wood is not a non-porous surface, so the chalk markers are going to soak into the wood, and you are not able to wash them off. You're not going to want to wash them off of a wood frame anyways, but basically I'm just using the colors that are available to me. So doing a base coat in this like lemony yellow, and I was using kind of rounded, like I wasn't going back and forth. I was making circles with the marker just because I didn't really want brush strokes or like marker marks. They don't show up honestly because it's a paint marker, so there is lots of liquid that comes out of them. And you can see I shook it up and got it. I didn't really shake it up very good to begin with, so you can see the top part soaked in really fast. It's almost like a highlighter fluorescent yellow, but it turned out really good. And again, not going over the edges because I want that burnt wood look on the side. Now the only issue here is I really should have waited for it to dry because it's on wood, the markers are bleeding and they kind of bled together a little bit at the top. It still turned out okay. I figured they would just sit on top, but they kind of bled into, like the green bled into the yellow a little bit. It does great coverage. Okay, so now I'm adding in some accent colors. I figured that I would mark the edges of it. And then this is where I'm using my triangle pineapples. Now, you'll see it gets better as it goes on. It really does not look great. This one I did take a more artistic abstract as I'm adding in the bright pink. I was thinking more like painted with the pinks and blues and just adding in all different colors. Now it looked okay, but it was a little childish. So you'll see. I find out as I'm going that I can blend them with my finger. Yes, we got messy, we blended. It worked out great. So once I realized that on the greenery, then I thought, oh, this is going to be much better on the bottom of the pineapple. So I brought out my yellow color that I used to begin with, and look at that smooshing. It turned out awesome. I was able to blend the colors in and get the same kind of look that I wanted to begin with, like on the first pineapple that I made with the paints, but using chalk markers. So I just went over with a little bit of the original yellow and then blended with my finger. Just had to be very careful where the green touched the yellow because again it was pulling the green and bleeding into the yellow. But I think it turned out awesome, and we called this the SpongeBob frame. Okay, so here they are side by side. This is the gouache paints from Arteza, and this is the Chalkola Chalk Markers. This one's looking very SpongeBob to me. I don't know, maybe this one too. So I have decided which spare drills that I'm going to use on them. So I'm just going to start off with this one here, and we'll put this one to the side, and I will speed it up for you. Okay, so here are my finished frames. The first one here is the one that I painted with the gouache acrylic paints. There's a little bit of a shimmer because I used a pearl paint in the background, and then I added in the bling around the pineapple. And then this one here is the one that I colored with the chalk markers from Chalkola, and I added in a nice ring of AB yellow drills and then some AB green ones on the leaves. And that's it. So I just need to print some pictures after I find my cable for my printer. And then I can put them back in there and set up these cute little picture frames. All right, so thanks for watching. Please leave a comment, subscribe, and have a great day. Thanks, bye.